What's up, YouTube? Reezonoticz back again in the house. 3 videos in one day. I'm sure YouTube will find a way to crap this one up and cut out the last minute or two as they always do. Seems to be the pattern for the day. But I'm not gonna let that get me down. I'm gonna do the review either way, and hopefully I get out as much information about the game as possible before they cut me. This is an NES game review once again, and it's the sequel to my last review. Last time I reviewed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, this time I'm reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Now, this right here is, I'm sure this has like a little like room in the heart of every gamer ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you're not a Ninja Turtles fan. There's not anybody that I know who's had an NES in his lifetime and not loved this game. Okay, I mean, I remember back in the day going to the arcades when I was young. My uncle would take me to the arcades with my cousins, and we'd see the arcade machine, the Ninja Turtles arcade machine, and we would just trip out because we would watch the demo, and the turtles would be fighting, and then when they're done fighting, they would look at the screen and they blink, and we'd be like, "Oh my God, they're blinking!" You know, saying crazy stuff like that. And it wasn't long before Ultra, this is the name of the Ultra Games, came through and released a port to an 8-bit port to the NES, and here we have it. You know what I'm saying? So this game is first of all, it's better than the first one. The first one, like I said, is a good game, but this one is a lot better because this one is, first of all, 2 players, so you can play you and your buddy can play as 2 of the 4 turtles. It's an exact port of the arcade game, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe it has an extra level that was not featured in the arcade, and that's a snow level. It's about, I'd say, the 4th level, I believe. And you fight the boss of that level is a polar bear with a leather jacket. It was rough looking dude, and he throws rocks at you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's got an exclusive level for the NES version. You got all 4 turtles. You got the same storyline. First level is April's building, and you gotta go and save April and fight Rocksteady and all that. Shredder shows up after you beat Rocksteady and jacks April, and basically kidnaps her. And it's the same exact game, man. The graphics for an 8-bit game are pretty good, man, and they hold up well when compared to the arcade machine that they're trying to emulate. And what else can I say, man? I mean, everything in the games graphically is beautiful, man. I mean, from the fire at the bottom of the screen in the first level, the way it flickers, the way it moves, to the you know the I'm sorry, to the splashes in the water in the second level in the sewer. You got all the classic Teenage Mutant Turtle enemies. You got all the foot soldiers, and you got different kinds. You got the regular purple ones. You got the blue ones that have knives. You got the white ones that come out with samurai swords. You got these burgundy ones that have sledgehammers. I mean, there's a whole different variety of foot soldiers. You got the Mouser robots from the cartoons, and you got bosses from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe. Like you got Rocksteady, you got Bebop, you got what's his name, Baxter Stockman. You got Shredder himself. I mean, you got a couple different enemies, man. The game has, if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a long time since I beat it, but it's about, I'd say, like around 7 or 8 levels, and they range everywhere from April's apartment building to the sewers to the streets of New York when it's snowing to alleyways to even a dojo to the highway, which is pretty cool because in that one, you see the turtle van and it's just a great Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. The controls are very simple. You move with the D-pad, you attack with B, and you jump with A. And every turtle has a special move. If you hold B and A at the same time, if you press them at the same time, it's a special move that'll kill a foot soldier in one hit instead of the usual 2 hits. But it does cost you a little bit of life every time you use it. Um, Again, every turtle is represented faithfully. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, all of them. Um, every boss is very well detailed. I mean, graphically, this game puts the first game to shame. That's an area where it really excels. I mean, Rocksteady and Bebop look amazing for an 8-bit game. Shredder looks great. Baxter Stockman flying around in his little pod looks good. So it's a great title, and the 2-player support is awesome. I can't count in my mind how many times me and my sister, my older sister, would sit down and play through this game every single day, every weekend, and all that. We were big Turtle fans. Um, so yeah, that's the gameplay and graphics. Fun factor, I mean, yo, it's super fun, man. It's a classic arcade beat 'em up in the style of Final Fight, Streets of Rage, stuff like that. And it's with the Ninja Turtles, man. So it's great, man. The storyline is the same as always. Shredder kidnaps April, then he kidnaps Splinter. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get at the Turtles. But just a great game. The controls, like I said, are airtight. Graphics are wonderful. Um, gameplay is awesome. The multiplayer is there. Just a great port of the arcade machine that we all fell in love with as kids. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to give this game a number rating, I gave the first one, I believe, an 8 out of 10. I got to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. It's that good. You know what I'm saying? So NES owners, NES players, people who still cherish that big old gray box like I do, get your hands on this game if you haven't already got it. You know what I'm saying? I like downloading, NES titles and all that on the Wii Virtual Console and playing them on computer on emulators, but it's just not the same as having the actual cartridge and going through the hell of blowing in and getting it to work and then actually playing it on your TV. You know what I'm saying? That's just something about that I love as a gamer. So, yeah, man, that's my review. If I left anything out, please comment, let me know, subscribe, check out the video, check out the review, and most importantly, I hope you check out the game because it really is well worth it. I mean, you do everything in this game from skateboard to walk, skateboard down the highways and all that. Fight enemies off in the sewers. I mean, it's everything, man. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last stage, if I remember correctly, is a Technodrome. So that's great, man. Coming up soon, I'll be doing a review on the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the NES called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Manhattan Project. It's a lot more rare than this one. It's hard to find nowadays, so if you can find it, get it. I'll do a review on it coming up next. All right, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming.